So let me ask Mr. Siju two questions. One, how does the department and the mission see these kind of innovative business models? Is there an appetite for it, or the department or the government is still in the space or thinking or prioritizing in terms of physical infrastructure, number of toilets? That's focus, or if there is an appetite for these kind of stuff. The second part is, like in Chennai, where they had that Australian company Onyx manage cleaning up the city. Kerala is not looking at anything like that.
What is said, the second part is correct. Obviously, the government rate, the costing, but government rate will be much lower than the market rate. There is no doubt in that. In the ODF campaign itself, the unit cost was fixed at 15,400. And for that, we can make a bare minimum facilities. And that too was very, that amount was also very minimal when we consider the toilets in coastal area. Because in Chellanam Gram Panchayat, we have to use conventional pit toilets are not feasible. We have to use concrete septic tank, and the people were reluctant to use the prefabricated FRP model. People were very against that. So for that, we were to find out money, and Kochi shipyard and CR airport supported us. So unit cost was around 35,000 rupees.
Whereas the government sanctioned unit cost is half of it.
15,400. Additional money was raised through public sector.
For 15,000, as Wish said, only L1 will clear.
Yes.
Superior product will not come through.
So
that's the problem lies.
Everywhere it will be there, because the government has financial limitations. We cannot say that is the decision has to be taken by the highest level.
Is there a financial limitation or is it an attitude limit?
No, it's a financial limitation. I think
actually, it's not done on purpose. The way the whole framework is set up, the one thing that I see from what Mr. Zakir was saying, unless you bring in value for technology, and that is built into the tendering process,
Exactly. Yeah,
you cannot segregate between the not so good and the good and the really good.
Second part.
But then again, that comes into that zone of being subjective.
Yeah.
How can you say he's got the best, you're second best? You can't. So that because it all goes into this grey zone, you can't make clear-cut strong decisions.
More than that, see the infrastructure, government infrastructure is so vast that only L1 is tangible.
Yes.
The other one you can't identify. You know, it's like whoever can say this is the best quality.
Yes.
So this is the only benchmark which is so visible and tangible. So that's why government follow that policy.
And they are already safe in that.
Let me come back to that question to you. So you are saying if today a Nest or an Eram approaches the department, the metrics, the cost parameters are set primarily from a number perspective, right? You've kept a unit cost low so that you can achieve your 6-digit metrics. So there is no way you can accommodate any innovation in that space, right?
At the lower level, being a district officer, it's very correct, because we cannot compromise on what government has
At the department level also it may be quite difficult,
yes,
right?
Even our commissioner for rural development or our executive director, she cannot make a decision on that. It has to come from the highest political level.
Budgetary provision itself needs to improve if they have to accommodate these kind of path-breaking innovations.
We cannot come under them. It has to come under the national
level.
Or Swachh Bharat fund or whatever, smart city fund. There are a lot of funds like this. Smart city.
But you would be talking to a corporation or municipality for
They are talking to the local bodies. They are not talking to
so
the fund.
they need to fund it as well, right?
No, see, as such we have approached only for the demonstration. We have not gone for any commercial...
but when you have to monetize that technology, it is the corporation that has to pay for it, right?
Wherever we do, that particular body has to fund for it.
Again, that body has to determine what they're doing now, how effective it is, how much money they're spending, what we do, what is the ROI. They have to do their homework. We can give them, of course, we can tell them, this is what our technology against what you're doing right now.
That is exactly what I am arriving at. So basically budgetary provision itself needs to be multiplied before such technology can be harnessed.
That is correct.
But there is also a problem where if you look at the sanitation, you would find that you'd be surprised to know that there is no, correct me sir if I am wrong, there is no provision either in an MP or MLA fund to maintain toilets, which makes our projects completely unviable. You have to close it down. We maintain them free of cost for beyond our warranty period, the standard warranty period.
There's no AMC.
There's no AMC provision, which makes the entire concept of having public sanitation.
So you can build bus shelters, but you can't maintain a public toilet from an MLA.
There's no
or MP
maintenance
fund.
funds available, which makes it, the service provider need to have maintenance funds. What we do right now is...
So MLA fund can only be used for capex.
For
is
the
the
capex
definition.
fund.
OPEX they
There's
can't.
no OPEX component.
Basically, it's viewed like any other thing. It's viewed like a bus shelter, where you don't need an OPEX.
Yeah, there's no OPEX.
Bus shelter, you build it and you leave it and it functions.
True.
But you can't do that with a
With a
toilet.
Toilet this is
Or
more
a
important.
sewage treatment plant for that matter.
Many of these projects are implemented through local bodies, because especially sanitation projects. And there are many restrictions imposed by the government. This you have to do, this you cannot do. So especially for, with the plan fund, with the capital outlay from the budget provisions, local bodies are supposed to create only assets. O&M they have to do from their own fund, from what the panchayat's own fund. That will be very limited in our case. So they cannot provide for this kind of O&M.
But there are many panchayats which have come back after, as you pointed out. There were panchayats which have decided, okay, we will go for normal toilet, we don't have maintenance funds for electronic toilets. After 2 or 3 years, they've come back to us and they told that, okay, you put up e-toilets. After 1 year, they stopped giving us service support. There was some media report that the e-toilets are closed, panchayat funds misuse. Then they again come back to us and say that, okay, we are ready for AMC. So this is the kind of scenario we are facing. So I would say now we are facing some kind of an encouraging indications within Kerala. There is more of an awareness that such public facilities need to be maintained properly.
There is some level of involvement.
Some level of, but there is, at least I would say at the top level, if there is a very kind of, there is a will, the public political will as such, to take sanitation into the front end and start working, discussing and debating on this, this is going to change.
So there should be funds on the national level.
Yes.
Actually, Kerala, I think it's almost wishful thinking when I say this. It's probably not very logical. It almost needs a messiah for sanitation. Somebody has to say that I am going to work for sanitation. Some public figure, not a local or a private person. Some public figure, a politician or a social activist has to say, I'm going to make sanitation my mission and I'm going to make sure that is prioritized as the #1 social need and I'm going to fight for it. And that person has to mobilize the people to support him or her. Because only in that kind of a movement will work in Kerala. And it could be someone like our own Chief Minister. It doesn't have to be someone sitting in the opposition, or it could be our own Chief Minister. And he may face a lot of initial resistance and initial problems, but if he chooses to be that messiah, time will remember him much more than any of the other Chief Ministers. Eventually.